with you?
Uh, yes.
Okay, so there's nothing wrong about this. And actually, your version of this Joseki, typically people jump one space. You jump two spaces, which is, it seems to work well with that other stone, the handicap stone. And like, I mean, I don't see this much, but then again, I don't know how to disprove it. So maybe this is okay. It makes a good combination with that Q10 stone. So why not? And then I do
I
this
would
one.
just do the one space, but because I had that one, I thought I'd try the two space.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to criticize it. It's okay. It's not conventional, but it's pretty cool. But what is, remember, I told you specifically, I did this disclaimer before the game, is that I'm going to play uh, large things, but you're welcome to try and. Nobody does. Nobody ever does because everybody's intimidated to do that. But trying and splitting my shapes, trying and saying, hey, Vadim, you played too far away from your stones. Let me just play in the middle and separate your stones and then see what you do with that. Because that is the hardest thing you could do. That is the most unpleasant challenge you could throw my way. If you just let me do this, yes, it's very simple, but then I can just connect. But I didn't even do this because I was like, oh, okay, Bruce is not going to invade there anyway, so I didn't even connect the stones. I just go and do my own ways. But if you now just, for example, right now, you ignore my G4, just ignore it, and just go and say, okay, let's see how you handle this, and immediately the game takes a turn for the difficult part for me. Because right now I need to manage, I cannot connect these stones to each other without killing your stone, and I cannot kill your stone because whatever I do, you just jump out and that's it. Now I need to manage both of them separately. So I need to manage this A and the B separately, and that's not going to be easy for me. So doing this is, especially in a handicap game, in even in an even game as well, that's a very very good thing to do, and it's a good mentality to do. It looks
Okay.
scary. It looks like, oh, you don't know what's going to happen, but nothing bad is going to happen. It's just a game. And doing this creates the most amount of complications for me, because now instead of
Okay.
thinking how can I attack Bruce, how can I make some scary move. Now I have no time to make scary moves. Now A and B are both in trouble and I need to save them or they just die. That's scary for me. And you've had in the game, you have plenty of chances to do something like this. So I do this and that, okay? You jump. I jump into the corner and okay, my suggestion is whenever this happens, everybody, you're not the only one, everybody always goes for this move because it looks like, ooh, it feels like home, it's safe. It feels like, okay, I'm just gonna give Vadim a little bit of corner, but this way, I'm keeping these stones connected to that stone. Oh, it feels so nice. Everybody does this, but then again, everybody's wrong.
Okay.
Because that's exactly what white is trying to tempt you to do. Like, I'm trying to force you, I'm trying to make you think this way, and that's why it's such a trick, such a tricky move. And the correct answer is usually not holding on for your dear corner, because you have enough territory. At the beginning of the game, you're leading by 70 points. Think about this, 70 points. It's a huge
Okay.
advantage. So you don't need to hold on to every single little point or every single corner. It's okay to give me some of that. But then again, to isolate me, to separate me. For example, how to separate my, let me mark them, how to separate my A stones from my B invasion.
Well, A and B go to Q3.
Okay, Q3 is one of them, yes. Do you remember the move that I played in the game?
No, I don't remember.
Okay, let me remind you. You played this one, and then I played this one to connect.
Okay.
And this simple connection and this simple separation is probably the best and the cleanest way to do that. Because this way, there's still some potential danger. Like, for example, I play here, and now there's maybe in the future Maybe like, I don't know, you do something like this, and maybe I cut like this. Who knows? And maybe it doesn't seem to work right now, but maybe at some point there's something working. Right now it doesn't, but who knows? So the cleaner way to separate is maybe this one. Just all the way simply cut.
Okay.
And that's it. But okay, this one also works. And that one is, again, so much more. Nobody does this because everybody is scared. But that's the way to think about it. Separate my stones like this or like this. And then let me live in the corner. Okay, let me live there. Or this way, this way. Okay, I live in the corner. I'm alive. But now your stones are, you've separated me. And now I need to worry about my bottom group. Like if I now play that one, separate. I'm in trouble. If I do this one, separate. I'm in trouble there. So just separating my stones is the most, is a simple and yet the most severe thing you can do to me.
Okay.
And this will immediately force me to start defending instead of attacking you. And this is exactly what I want to see. I want you to just play like this and let me connect. And okay, this. Okay. Same thing here. And I play this one and I'm happy that you're not following me. Yes, the second line. It's a big move, but this is not big enough. So yes, ignore. Okay. But again, this is, you're only thinking about yours. Like you're never thinking about separation. So at any point in the game, from now and for the next 50 moves, you could always just say, instead of playing here, which is only enlarging your area, you always have this option, which doesn't seem as comfortable. I know, it doesn't seem as safe, but it's very safe because I can never, like, how can I kill you? I can never kill you. So just jump in there, and this way it's becoming more difficult for me. Now it's a little easier because my upper right is already settled. I've invaded your corner and you'll let me connect. Thank you. But until then, and in the future also, you have this kind of move, something like this here. And suddenly, my 3 stones are in trouble. Yes, my lower right is okay, but my 3 stones are all alone and they have to run. So instead of me getting all of these points, now it's no points and my 3 stones have to run. See, it just changes the whole thing. Just one invasion changes the whole thing. So again, not to say that your moves are bad. It's good moves. They're enlarging your area, and you can even keep pushing. This way, you're saying, okay, I'm not going to invade, but you're enlarging your area. You keep push, and then I don't know, do something like this, and there you go, beautiful area. Okay, so this. Okay, I live here, but again, my life is small, so it's not that good. So this is okay. This is where you got tricked a little bit, because this is a very typical. I know what you want to do. You're trying to give me. You're trying to do this one, and take the corner. But of course, this is not profitable for me, because in this case, if I just take that stone and give you the corner, that feels like I haven't gained much. I just gained 1 point, but I was already alive there anyway, so my left side hasn't gotten significantly bigger, but your corner is now safe. So that's why I had to do something different. And so this is risky. You can probably fight. Maybe you can do this and fight with me, but that's difficult. So the easier way is not to do this maybe, but because you have these 3 stones and they only have 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties, right? And there's a cut at D15. So maybe just that. Not to leave extra cuts. Yes, I'm going to live in that corner, but that's okay. It's going to be your move. That's the thing. Every time I live in your corner, it's going to be your sente. You will get the initiative. So that's why allowing me to live is okay. You let me live, I live, but then you get the move, and you get to decide what to do next. And then, for example, you play here, and again, my top gets destroyed. Or you play here, and my bottom gets destroyed. You destroy either of the two, and I lose the game. So this way, I get a little lucky. I capture the 3 stones. I capture. Okay. This. Okay, this is where, actually, still not big enough. You could still ignore me. I'm playing second line. Just like when you ignored me when I played S3, you could still ignore me now. And you could still absolutely say, hey, there's a gap here. So, for example, right now, I'm threatening your right side, but if you play, like, for example, something like this, now you're asking me a question. Instead of focusing on the right side, you're shifting focus to the upper side and saying, Vadim, what are you going to do about this? If I now keep jumping to your right side, well, then you'll keep jumping and destroy all of mine. That's like an exchange. I'm taking yours, but you're taking mine. That's a fair exchange. I'm losing a lot of points, you're losing some points. So, and if I now defend, okay, then you can defend on the right side as well. How to defend? If you want to protect the right side, like, decisively, if you really want to keep the points,
I'm thinking S7.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, S7. So yeah, you can maybe push once here, and then just this. Yeah, as simple as this, or even no pushing. Just S7. Yeah, and this will stop me in my tracks. Like, I can't go any further. That's it. You've blocked me, and you now probably there is no way for me to. This is going to be yours. Like, this is it. But that's the thing, yeah. This requires you to kind of think ahead of me. Think, okay, Vadim wants to go that way, so let me block that direction, and that's it. But in the game, you see, you're trying to, what was that? You push here, and then you push here, and then you push me in the direction where I want to go.
Where you want to go.
Yeah, and you push me again, and I go, and then you attach. Ooh, okay, I take that stone. And even if you extend, I connect, and I'm already happy. You could have done this, but still, I'm happy. I've reduced you quite a lot. So instead of all this, instead of pushing me in that direction, just block that direction.
Block.
Yeah. And this way, I can never go there. I can play here, you will block, and that's it. And another thing is here. Okay, I play this move, which is actually, all I'm doing is I'm just closing my area because you didn't take it away from me. But I make it look scary, and you protect, but do you have to? What am I threatening? I'm just taking points. I'm not threatening anything. What happens if you don't respond to me? What am I going to do? Like, let's suppose you now play somewhere else. Here. What will I do? Will I play here? Then you take. Nothing. I cannot save, because then you take. Nothing. So this move is actually not threatening anything at all. It's just me taking points. It looks a little scary, but nothing to be afraid of. And so you don't need this move. This is just a pass. I'm very grateful. You're responding to my move. I'm taking the points, and you're responding to it. So, okay, then I also can take these points. And that's when the game probably becomes either very close, or maybe even white is winning already. I'm not sure, because at this point, like before this, you had a chance to enter here through this big gap, and enter here through this big gap. And in the upper side, you'll be threatening to enter more and more and reduce my area more and more. In the lower side, it's even more severe, because when you play something like this around L4, this puts my 3 stones in direct danger. And actually, I think because they're so isolated and because you're so strong, I mean, just look at that. You have all of those stones there. I think if you play something like L4, I'm just gonna die. Those stones are probably, I can't save them. So you play anything like this, and that's it. Not only do I lose all the points on the lower side, but I lose the 3 stones and the game is over. So you have to, I'm not protecting, but the only reason I wasn't protecting it is not because I wasn't seeing that my stones were in danger. It's because I was assuming that, oh, Bruce will never get the guts to do that, so I can leave it unplayed. But you have to get the guts to do that. You have to absolutely separate me and get into my area at the top, separate me at the bottom, and this way I can never win this. So
Next time.
Yes, next time. So now you know the key to handicap, especially to handicap games, is once you start separating your white opponent, life becomes so much more sour for him, and I can no longer think about attacking you all the time. Now I have to think about saving my stones.
Okay.
All right.